Good evening.
Welcome
to the Oblivion show. I'm Joey T, and this is
Mr. Dolphin. Whoa.
Hey, we got it right. Easy now. How's it going? No. Oh, you're lagging a little bit there, Greg. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. We finally made this show happen.
Yeah,
it's been like 2 months to getting fucking locked in the UK by Boris, getting ill guests, and Daniel's sick. But we did it. We're here.
Yeah. So yeah, get well soon, Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel, get well soon. We'll come onto your ailments soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
What's going on with you, Greg?
Say what?
What's going on with you?
What's going on with me? So I've been doing the Epsilon shows. We've done 4 of those. Man, that's been crazy. It's been really, really good doing those. Yeah, it's just something really different. I mean, I think I told you the concept. Basically, you're in a blacked out club. You put a blindfold on. You listen to basically wrote an album that's an hour long. It's like a kind of sci-fi soundscapey thing with lots of beats and people trip the fuck out. It's
nice.
It's really interesting. So I do like a Q&A after it, and then I do an intro. So there's a lot of talking with the people that come to the shows and stuff, and understanding what their experience is like. And everyone has really, really different experiences. Like Gareth had a kind of hello cat. Gareth had
trying to stand on my keyboard.
A awesome spiritual experience. And
nice.
There are some people that are very visual thinkers and stuff, and there's been so many different kind of reactions to the show. Like the last one I did, I think the lights came up and there was a girl at the front, Bo, bless her, she's in the chat. Hey Bo, bless her, crying her eyes out. Just all got a bit much, and it's really, really awesome to see, and it's been great to talk to people about their experiences and stuff. So.
Nice. People saying they want it in the UK. We're already talking about it. I want to try and bring it to Manchester, and Ash, I see you commenting there in the chat. We could try and do something in Bristol as well. We'll get together after the show tonight, me, you, and Gareth, and have a chat about it if we can still see properly. What have I been doing? I've been working on the next Oblivion release, the next record that's coming out. It's no secret to people who watch the show that's the Outside Agency and False Idol. That's currently at test pressing phase, and it's going to be a sexy record with a really nice design, so looking forward to showing you guys that soon. And I've been working on some new merch stuff, but I'll come to that soon. I guess we should get our guests on and then say hello to everybody in the chat. So no Daniel today.
We do.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I think we got to do just a mention about the
we need to address something, don't we?
Yeah, the UK hardcore show thing that we did.
Yeah.
And I think we just need to speak a bit about that, because I think we inadvertently maybe upset a few people, and I think we kind of didn't get around to speaking about absolutely everybody. And it was it was a 3-4 hour show, and we were covering how many years? 30 years or something.
In ages, man.
And it's really hard to get absolutely everything in there, and there are a lot of people that we missed. Not without, there was no intention there at all. It's just when you start going through the show and things start going, and you've got multiple people talking. It's
some
hard
details
to kind of get
were
to
missed.
everything, isn't it?
Some details can be missed in a live stream, and it's easy to do that in the chaos when you're on a camera. But I don't think there was any malicious intent. So shout out to Neil in particular.
No, but if we did miss you, we're just much love. We're really, really sorry, and there are so many people that played a big part in the whole history of UK hardcore techno, and it's almost impossible to give a shout out to everybody, but we didn't forget you. We were thinking about you.
Yeah, definitely. Well remembered, because I almost forgot that. So nice one. Okay, we've got no Daniel Detest, but we have got Sexy Steph Deathmachine on, and we have got Thrasher. Let's bring him into the show. Easy, guys. How's it going?
Oh yeah, you all right?
You okay? Gareth's already on it.
I'm good.
You all right, Gareth?
Yeah, I'm good.
Me?
Yeah.
Fuck my life. I'm done. I'm here in the UK. Fucking hell. But cheers
Bringing
to that,
in the
guys.
anarchy to the UK.
Cheers.
Yeah. There's not enough anarchy in the UK, is there now? So that's why I got back here. Doing a million tests to prove I don't have Corona, AIDS, cholera, fucking rabies, shit like that. But cheers to you all.
Cheers, man. Cheers. It's my first beer for 2 weeks, man. Steph, how are you?
Be the last.
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, I've been pretty busy. Well, might just sort of touch on that later, but album's done and we're in the promo phase of that now. So in talks with Gareth about how we're going to promote that and get that released, which will be towards the end of the year.
Yep.
Apart from that, taking a bit of time to do a studio revamp. So I've got a new PC and a few other bits and pieces. So I've just been setting that up and kind of settling into a new working environment.
Nice.
So yeah, that's it really.
Nice. And Gareth, you got problems with your sinuses?
Yeah, my nose is fucked, man. No, really, I don't know. I think it's hay fever. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but sometimes a good old-fashioned nose spray lifts the spirits.
It does. Good old Stefan's nose spray.
It helps contain the spirits. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
No, actually, going back, I'm okay, guys. I was just fucking about. I'm just. I always have to get used to being back here in England, but it's been over 2 years. I'm sitting here in my mom's garden. She's got a nice pond with fish in it. She's got weed growing there. Typical English household, I guess, you know?
Yeah. I was in the UK recently as well, seeing my family. Crazy how long ago it is because of all this bullshit we've been through, right? Yeah.
Yeah, my mom was really happy, you know, like, it's been over 2 years and she's 70 now. So, yeah, of course, you know. Yeah, she'll probably last longer than me, but you never know, you know? And now, actually, she's screaming from the kitchen. Don't tell everybody how old I am. Okay, but, you know, I brought my boy here, Max, who doesn't want to be in the camera because he thinks we're just dumb old men doing stupid shit, which is true. But yeah, we're here, and I'm supposed to play this party on Sunday. Let's see what happens.
All right. Awesome. Yeah. All right, I'm going to give some shouts to people in the chat. By the way, before I do, if you're watching us on Facebook right now, get yourself over. I think there's 40 people over in Facebook. Come over to the YouTube. That's where the best quality stream is. That's where we're watching the chat. Come over and get into the chat. Everybody's there now. And with that in mind, I'm going to give some shouts to people in the chat now.
Igor's in the chat.
Oh, can I give a shout out too?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Igor, Polish master of disaster.
Yeah.
Where's that release, fucker? Hey, Ian Sorry, Fresh's mum. You want my mum? No, I love Ian Sorry. Necro Kick is into dead girls, I think. Kimchi Otto Punjons. Make your kimchi fucking spicier, man.
The one's quite spicy though. I like that one.
No, but it's good. And for the rest, hi everybody, big love.
Hi, shout to Dean, Devastator, Drastic, Bonesy in the house, Antones, Naiad, Clausen's in the house, Estia, Ash Scheme Boy,
G-Spot Force.
Mo is there. Martin
Who the
Hamburg.
fuck is Baron Butterfist? That's an amazing name.
Yeah, man.
Butterfist, man.
Yeah, he's part of the New Blood crew, man.
Congratulations on being sober for 9 months, man.
Somatics are in the chat.
Easy.
Yeah, I know Somatics. Sorry, they let me into the UK. I got an English passport. Wrong fucking idea.
Floris, Gerda's in. DOOMSOUND, easy dude. ZornusMaximus, Killen, Gimchiotto, Cam. Looking, we've got a big full house. 100
Everyone's
people
in.
nearly.
Where's
Free Bruce? Free
Where's
Bruce?
Hellfish when you need him?
Yeah.
And Bonesy, what's up, Bonesy?
Hellfish is in. He was in moaning before. I'm sure he was saying something about blindfolded people or something.
Sounds about right.
It does sound about right, doesn't it? Is the audio okay, by the way, guys? Now's the time to shout up if the microphones are shit before we start getting wasted. Bruce is in. Hi, Bruce.
Oh, Akira's no more, you said. Bruce, you finally punched your dad.
Yeah, everyone's happy with the
finally
audio.
sick of it. Great. Audio's great. Perfect. Before we start, I'm going to encourage everybody to share the stream, and I'm going to do that by doing the competition. This is a rolling competition, actually. I'm going to give away a few tickets. Oh, I've got my cocktail camera up there. A few tickets to Oblivion. So you can win yourself some VIP tickets here, guys. All you need to do right now is share the stream. We prefer if you share the YouTube stream, like the stream, and
Fuck
hashtag Oblivion show on your share. So like the stream, share the stream, and then put a hashtag Oblivion show. It's a rolling contest, and yeah, we'll pick some winners and get some VIP tickets nearer the time. All right.
What does a VIP ticket include, Joe?
VIP ticket includes no queuing. You get a T-shirt. You get a Oblivion signature cocktail on arrival. You get a entrance to the pre-party, which is includes a meet and greet with the artists as well. So it's like a whole package.
And a hand job by any DJ of your choice.
A hand job
right?
by Thrasher, specifically by Thrasher.
I don't mind. I'm fine with that.
All right, so we're good with the pleasantries. I guess we should go into our first section. Actually, I'm going to say what we're doing tonight, so everybody remembers. We're going to do New Blood, which is submissions for people, feedback, reviews from people in the chat and us guys. We're going to do Cocktail Club with Gareth, where we're going to make some fucking cocktails. I hope everybody's got their tequila. I've got my
Steph,
mezcal.
is your son in the chat?
Is he?
Reckon FN. He said my dad is in the top left.
He might be, yeah.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Best behaviour.
It's going down. So we got cocktails. Then
I
we're
see
gonna...
the hand job part is happening. I see the hand job part. The hand job part is actually.
It's all gone wrong already.
Yeah, Gareth's just taking over the show. Do you want to be the host,
job.
Gareth? You can just host the show if you
No,
want.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Don't leave. What the fuck? Right, well that's one guest down. Who can we annoy next? Right, so Cocktail Club. Then we're gonna do. We're gonna play through some of Daniel's tracks since he's not here. Daniel Detest album came out recently, so we're gonna play through some of that. Then we're gonna do some stuff from the scene. So what's hot, new releases. We've got a prospect competition. We've got an Oblivion merchandise drop, which we'll do probably halfway through the New Blood. There's a really limited edition item that we're about to release. And then questions and answers. And by the end, we'll probably all be absolutely spanked. So that should be interesting. So without further ado, I'm going to take us into the New Blood.
New Blood.
New Blood is a section where you at home submit your music and get the feedback from producers and people within the scene. You can get into this anytime you want. When we've got a show coming up, we normally put a post on our socials, so keep an eye out if you're interested. First track today, ZornusMaximus, Urdak's Damnation. Let's go.
Damnation.
first thing I'm going to say about that is, if you're going to do doomcore, kicks have got to be absolutely walloping, and they're just not really. I really tried to push it, but without redlining it, I couldn't get more out of it, so it needed more, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like the vibe. There was like a kind of nice doomy vibe. I like the vocals. Yeah, the kicks were just a bit flappy. They needed tightening up. The bottom end didn't have enough kind of like punch on the transients, and yeah, you could feel the kind of sub was flapping a little bit. Just all needed tightening up in the bottom end. A bit like Daniel Detest, really.
So true.
Topical.
Oh man. One down. Many to go.
Steph?
Yeah, totally agree on the kick. I think there was like some reverb that was very stereo that still had quite a lot of sub in it, and I think that was detracting from the dynamics of the kick. So maybe try and focus on getting the sub a lot more central, and also try and maybe work on some multi-band compression to control those dynamics.
Yep. Anything to add, Gareth?
Yeah, the vibe actually I really liked, to be honest. It's just that the kick drum really missed punch, tightness, but that's something you can work on. But I'm pretty sure if you send it to Third Movement, they will sign it.
Greg, are you coming out of speakers? I can hear the audio coming through speakers. Is that you? Test. You fixed it now. Thank you. Okay. So send it to the Third Movement, did you say?
Yeah. I think they'll sign it. But really, if you like work on the kick a bit, it might be something for Oblivion or Prospect. Otherwise, if you're fine with it like that, just send it there. Yeah.
I think the strong part of the track was the atmosphere. I thought.
Yeah, the atmosphere was really good. It was really good. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. And that's something a lot of tracks miss these days. And I think actually that's why I'm not slagging this one down, because it's always like there's like if a track is a cool song but needs work, that's something you can work on. A lot of tracks that are produced super well but are not cool songs is something you cannot work on. It's like, it doesn't have a vibe. And this is something you can definitely, don't give up. Put some more attention to the kick drums and the tightness of the mix down, and it could definitely be something.
Yeah. Similar advice and feedback coming from the chat. Mr. ZornusMaximus, he's a 30-year-old guy from Denmark with a love for the dark and scary. My inspiration comes from the outside agency Mindustries and Luminate, and among a ton of others. Also the Cryo Chamber label, which is dark, drone and ambient, and a lot of odd things in between. Quick peek at his socials. Let me just take that off, put this on. Mr. ZornusMaximus.
Cobby said it would benefit from a multi-band recycle bin.
It's good to have you back, Cobby.
What was that comment he had about it sounding like some Japanese parking thing? Did you read that one?
I tried to filter them out with my eyes. ZornusMaximus, if you like that kind of sound, then he's got a Facebook and a SoundCloud to go and check things out. Some cool stuff over there. Thanks for subbing, guys. And hope you enjoyed the feedback, and we'll see you again next time. Let's move on to next track. Extacion, Good Old Days. Greg, I can hear echo again. Next track. Go. Nice. Kind of 90s vibe to that, right?
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Actually, okay, you know what it is? I couldn't hear it that properly because things were lagging on my end. But the vibe I actually liked. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I can't really say much about the production at the moment because really I couldn't hear shit that well. But it had a cool vibe, but it was very retro.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe almost a bit too retro. Like, I'd loved it was like a 90s vibe and all that sort of stuff, but you can do a kind of more modern version of the 90s vibe rather than trying to make it like sound like it came out of the 90s.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say, yeah.
The melody could be a bit dirtier, for instance. That would already make a difference, you know? It was kind of like a bit, I don't know. But still, I don't know, yeah.
Maybe that's what he's going for, you know?
Yeah, it was really nice to kind of hear something like that.
Yeah. So in a way, I think it's more the choice of the producer in this track to go for that. You know, you could go for a different approach, but if that's what he wanted, he did succeed, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kin says in the chat, send it to Thunderdome. Cam saying the Gabber in me likes this one. Gabber of the 90s group will be creaming all over this, says Jamie. Loads of people that like that 90s sound, which is a thing still,
sure.
You know, are loving it. So, yeah, and there's some good feedback in the chat as well. I'm not sure if you're here, Mr.
This Monday.
Extacion.
Fucking joking. Sorry. Oh, shit. Sorry. Was that in the show?
Yeah, of course.
You know what my mom just told me? Okay, so this Monday... From this Monday on, people coming from the EU and America with a double vaccination like me don't have to isolate. I'm fucking here stuck isolated now because I came a week earlier.
You do because it's only if you've vaccinated in the UK.
Yeah, no, but not starting
now
this
it's
Monday.
for EU and US outside of the UK as
Oh,
well.
really?
Isn't it?
Yeah,
that's good
I think they
news.
just changed it today.
Oh, good news for you guys.
Yeah, that's really good news for us, Greg, actually.
Well, now I'm not going to fucking isolate anymore. Fuck this shit. I'm going out tomorrow. I'm going to yours, Steph.
See you there.
Yeah.
Breaking the law live on air. Good one.
Sorry.
All right. I guess that's... let's move on to the next one.
James Bufferland says, came too early, usual problem for you. I don't know. Ask your girlfriend, James. See if that's really my problem.
Next track, Gade, Untitled.
Get socked in your fucking mouth.
Okay. I've got to come directly back to the chat. Hellfish has written, "It's tight as a condor's fart in a hurricane." Absolutely top level comment. Initial reaction sounds like Igor.
Oh, that was mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this a new alias by Igor?
It's not actually. This guy is actually used to be a breakcore producer, and he's just transitioned over to hardcore. Let me just bring up his page here. This is Gade. He used to be called Breakforce 1, and he did a load of breakcore releases. This was his last one that he's just put out, and he's. I love this picture, by the way. Look at this. He did this and then he transitioned over to hardcore, and he used to be pretty good at breakcore, and from what I hear of his hardcore, he's got something going on. I just think he needs to look at a bit of individuality, shall we say. What do you think, guys?
I think that rising synth that after the second drop sounded quite weak. I think that as being the main element, apart from the kick, it's got to be strong and have variation and sound big and that kind of stuff, and I don't think it did.
Yeah, I agree. But I mean, the production was tight. The kicks were really good. The snare was sounded really nice. But yeah, it all sounded a bit like Igor, really, and that kind of I nominate kind of vibe. And if you're trying to make your mark, you kind of want to find your own place in the world, really, don't you? Rather than people just saying sound a bit like. You know
go. Sorry, you go on. I'm
done.
I think Breakforce 1 is a way better name than Gade.
Yeah, like Gade is like when you go to a kind of weird sauna and you come back and you've been gayed.
Exactly. Well, Breakforce 1 is like also kind of homoerotic, but in a way cooler way.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, Jasper, in the chat.
Breakforce 1 is way better.
Yeah, Breakforce 1. I think if it was called Breakforce 1, I'm pretty sure Third Movement would sign this. Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff, Gade. Bit more individuality, but clean. There's no doubt in that at all. Everyone in the chat is of a similar opinion. Hong Kong Violence Kin is saying, if you sign this track, you have to give 25% to Igor, 25% to Davey, and 50% to Satan. Okay.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Hey to Jasper Jipe in the chat. Easy, mate.
For me, he's always DJ Ipe, by the way.
DJ Ipe.
Yeah.
He hates that.
I know.
All right. Good. Let's move on. Next track, Cement T, not Seaman T, Cement T with Gumpoking. Let's go. Cement T. Some feedback from the chat from Moz is people should be cutting everything below 30 hertz, and it's a common thing apparently within the New Blood. What else do we have here?
Well, there was all the Seaman T jokes.
Yeah, the Seaman T jokes. Jasper Jipe says, I'm bored of this. I want another Ignian System clone, please.
Another one.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. I want the 700th Ignian
I'm
clone.
not going to go into this.
Okay. No. Greg, Steph, any feedback here from Mr. Seaman T?
It was. Go on, Steph.
Well, I was going to say I liked the originality of the switch up kind of stuff. It was quite an interesting rhythm, even though at times it was maybe a tiny bit hard to follow. But yeah, that was quite original. I thought overall the arrangement was a little bit flat. Could have done with some variation sort of throughout, because it felt a bit like it was a 16-bar loop that just went on and on.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's the basis there for a sort of interesting track.
Yeah, I think all it lacked really was like a kind of a story or something to kind of like pull it all together. There was some really good ideas, like you say, Steph. It was like kind of some really nice kind of abstract beats, but it had a kind of nice groove to it. But it needed kind of like just building out a little bit more. There was like some kind of little horns that went in and out, but it wasn't really anything, that kind of changed the feel of the track or anything like that. But I liked it. It was good. Interesting. Actually, a bit more original.
Yeah, definitely.
Jibe says here, you guys are being way too technical. If it bangs, it bangs. That is the truth when you're talking about your mom, Jibe. but I do have to agree. Same thing. I think it had potential, but what I was hearing was kind of like that would have been cool in like a 16 bars in a track, but it was like taking like the whole track. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would have preferred which earlier. I mean, I do like those kind of like mongoloid kind of beats, but then they work best when it switches into something else, and this was taking too long. But overall, this could again, this is not completely terrible. Something you can work with.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, definitely. And this guy's from Brazil. He's just quite a lot of work.
I can make a third mom joke, Jibe, in 30 seconds even.
Comedy god. All right. Good, Mr. Seaman T. Keep up the good work. Keep on representing Brazil. Nice one. Next up, DAEDRA, who last time you gave him loads of shit about his kicks, Greg. This is what this sounds. Yeah.
Oops.
Cool. Yeah, so I said before we started playing that you gave him shit last time. Last time the kick wasn't so strong in the track, and then we went to his socials. He said that he was giving kick drum tutorials, and you were like, well, it was just a bit ironic at the time. I think he's been working on that. So let me just tell you a little bit about Mr. DAEDRA. He's a DJ, music producer. The genre that fascinates me the most is hardcore, especially the industrial crossbreed underground version. This is what I produce most of the time under the alias of DAEDRA, or DAEDRA, I'm not sure. Aside that, I study media music at Music Art School. And one of my big inspirations are Outside Agency, Fury, blah, blah, blah. Usual people. What's going on? Oh. 25-year-olds from the Netherlands. Yeah, I've just repeated that text there. Right, so, yeah.
What's happening?
Easy, mate. You're right.
Shorts are a bit tight.
Yeah. Feedback, Steph?
The final section was like sort of a strange vibe to me. It was almost like kind of peaceful, really, which is, I guess, interesting from a point of music, but I can't kind of see that being a sort of working too well in a club. The first half was kind of more, you know, almost different track. Sometimes it felt, but I thought the elements hang together pretty well. I don't think the kicks were terrible. You know, obviously I didn't hear the track that you were referring to before. Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of on the fence with it, really. Maybe need another listen.
Yeah. I think they. Hey, Max!
Hey, Max!
What's up, brother? Hey! Yeah, the kicks are much better. I'll work on them, obviously. I think, like Steph said, it was kind of like a tune of two halves, and I think maybe you could have used that M bit as a kind of bit more in the middle, but with like some more embellishment. Maybe, you know, kind of build some synths up on it or stuff, and then drop it back into
layer something on top.
The harder stuff again. There was some like hard panning, some hard left and hard right panning going on. Don't do that, dude. Like if you could. And I could be wrong, could be the way I was hearing it, but it's like sounded like it was panned very hard left and very hard right. Yeah. Kind of keep it a bit more in the middle. But you know, it doesn't have to be straight down the middle, but you don't need to go hard either way. But yeah, it's good. It's definitely better than the last thing we heard, I think, that I can't remember.
It was, yeah. Last one of the kicks were kind of hollowy sounding, and yeah, he's definitely worked on that. Anything to add there, Gareth?
Yeah, you know, it wasn't bad. It wasn't great yet, but it definitely has potential, you know. Yeah, I like the first part, you know, that I was kind of waiting for something more to happen, if I have to say it this way, especially after the second drop. But it wasn't bad. I wouldn't play it, I wouldn't sign it, but send it to Third Movement. No, I'm kidding.
This is a bit about DAEDRA. I think he originally came from like an up-tempo background.
See how Joe is like totally ignoring those comments, right? Super. This is the trick with you, Gareth. If you listen to the first two sentences and then the bit that's on the end is like the takeaway throwaway bit, and I don't listen to that, I just turn it off. I know.
Yeah. So yeah, that's DAEDRA. Okay. Okay, good. Just checking the chat, but everyone. I think Kin Akira saying change the drop into the intro and use the beginning as a drop. Someone saying TOA vibe. I wasn't really feeling that myself. Beginning reminds me of Pussy Grabber, and I wasn't feeling that per se either. Necro Kick's liking it. Vanessa's saying hi. Oh, by the way, I saw Alex Terrorhead jump into the chat. I want to show you guys some shit, man. Alex fucking... I got sent this today. Alex just got an Oblivion tattoo, and he's got a fucking Prospect tattoo, and a Hong Kong Violence tattoo. Check this, and a Def Chan tattoo. Yeah, look at that shit there, man. Alex, you're a fucking gangster.
That matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, mate. That's fucking awesome. Look at that shit. I'm gonna play that again.
Yeah. But he has to cover that Prospect one up with the new one.
Or just get another one.
Hey, but
fucking
Alex
sick,
Terra
Alex,
good
man.
Taste, actually.
Yeah.
Big ups to this guy. Yep.
Bad boy. Nice one, Alex. Thanks, man. Respect. I'll give you a kiss when I see you.
Yeah.
Right, next track.
I'll give you a hand job.
Well, you're giving them out. You just need a VIP ticket to Oblivion, right?
Hey, a hand job's still a job, you know? I don't care, you know?
All right, next track. We have a track. This is by an artist which would prefer to remain anonymous. It's called Jungle Fever. Let's go. All right. That was Artist Unknown, Jungle Fever.
That was Hellfish Light.
Hellfish Light. For me,
I thought it was actually...
Go on.
No, you go first.
I thought there was loads of good ideas, but the lack of consistency frustrated me a little bit. There wasn't like, it didn't feel like everything belonged together so much. And maybe that's what they're going for, but I don't know. It just felt like there was lots of things that could have been expanded a little bit. That makes sense.
Yeah, it was a bit ADHD in a good way. Yeah, I think, yeah, you're right, Joe. Just a bit of lacking consistency and things like dynamics and stuff like that. But loads of good ideas in there. Kind of like good throw yourself around on the dance floor kind of track. Felt very kind of like Cobby style. I liked it. It was good.
I thought it actually was okay. You know, it was a bit inconsistent. Maybe I didn't like the vocal at the beginning, but I did think this was fun. And sometimes you need a track that's fun. You know, at least it had it was going all across the board. I mean, it wasn't like perfect, but it was fun. So I think Rogue should actually just admit it was him.
Rogue? You think it's Tug? It's not Tug.
Tuggy, just admit it was you. No,
it's actually someone who's submitted to the New Blood before. It's actually someone who's done a release before. They're just trying something different, I think. Steph?
Yeah, but I thought it was not bad.
Not me.
No, it's not you. I mean, do you have any input, any feedback?
Yeah, certainly, yeah. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the vocal at the start either, but that's just personal preference. even though it was still lost behind a lot of the kicks and everything else. So, you know, if you're going to put something like a vocal in, it's got to be audible. And I think some of the other elements were lost as well. It's like very kick heavy mix down.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I thought the idea was good, and you can probably see with a few more years' experience that could be, you know, you can imagine what something like that could become. It could become a really fun track.
Definitely.
That's what I think too. You know, it wasn't perfect, but at least it was like fun, and he was trying to do something. You know.
Yeah.
But
Then
totally. Again, looking at the mixdown, it was more kick orientated. Well, if you're gonna try this style, the range has to be much more, because the break beats have to be perfect as well. And that's where it was lagging a bit, you know. It was like the kick drums like taking like 60%, 70% of the mix down. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was not bad.
Greg or Steph, I can hear an echo of the chat from one of you. Could you deal with that, please? Thank you. Feedback from the chat. Send it to Prospect. They'll sign it.
Yeah. You know what? Okay, I want to be truthful here. I'm not 100% like hating on third movement here. I'm just pissing about, you know. You know why I'm hating on it? Because of the whole "we are the alternative" thing. While we're all sitting here, people that release, you've got Oblivion, I do Prospect, you've got fucking Def Chant, all these labels on the guy's arm just now. And what does that make us if third movement are the alternative? What are we? The sellouts. Everybody's gone quiet.
I don't know. I don't know the answer.
And that's the only thing I'm going to say about it.
I think Davey's normally in the chat but lurking. So, yeah,
Davey, we are all alternative. That's all I'm saying here. Yep.
Jasper says, don't take it so literally, dude.
I know. But I like to piss about, Jasper. You know that. We've hung out. Jasper, I love you.
All right.
I love his mom as well. That's my third mom joke.
God. Right, let's keep going because we need to get to cocktails so it all gets a bit more loose. Right. Next up, we have Shinra Tensei versus Bloodless and Swallow. There's an opportunity for a mum joke there, Gareth. No?
Ooh!
I'm not sure if that sample's in there just to meme the fucking show and troll the show, or if it's legitimately in the track. But fucking big 10 points for that, man. I didn't expect.
Yeah, man.
Good surprise.
Yeah, man. This is actually this guy Shinra Tensei. He's actually the guy who used to be called Bad Luck, and he released on the Dolphin remix, the Theocles remix release that we did.
Nice.
And he changed his name. I don't know why he changed his name, because I thought Bad Luck was actually quite a good name with the X. But
maybe that's
anyway,
his real name.
What, Shinra Tensei? I don't think so. But yeah, this is Mr. Bad Luck, and he does music production classes online and stuff for people. He's a cool guy. He's got his own Twitch channel and shit. I follow his stuff. Any thoughts, feedback, guys? What are you laughing at?
No, it was just Jipe saying about the whole what I said about Third Movement, that it was just some marketing thing. He said the make hardcore great again thing was not that spectacular either. But then again, it sold me a few hundred t-shirts. But then again, the make industrial hardcore great again was like way lower than that, because that was stolen from me. I was just saying that. But I love Jipe anyway. Let's just agree that we're all kind of AIDS. No.
Any feedback on the tune?
I didn't listen. No, I didn't listen. You go ahead.
It's always entertaining with you on. Steph, go ahead.
I'm finding it hard to look past that sample. It's kind of thrown me a bit.
The sample was amazing. Best part of the track.
I mean, it was kind of verging on Frenchcore, wasn't it? So it was that kind of straight kick kind of pattern that, you know, it's dancey. It's, you know, the percussion was kind of balanced with it. So that's kind of all I can say.
I'm going to mute Gareth. You remember last time I had to keep muting him because he was in a hotel in Colombia doing God knows what? Now he's at his mum's house and he's still a fucking nightmare.
God knows what.
Greg.
The mixdown sounded way too hot for me, and I don't know. It may have just been like the headphones and how I was listening to it. Just sounded like there was way too much like upper mid, and then with the synth screech and the screechy noises, and like a really kind of raspy noise coming out the kicks as well. Sounded like it needed a bit more space clearing out in the kind of upper mids, but I liked it. It was kind of fun, and that sample in the middle, obviously, it was kind of like highlight of the track, right?
Yeah. Okay. Feedback from the chat. No consistency from the intro and the main part. It started with some kind of breakbeat, and then the main part with drum core. Let me saying slightly left field. Hold on, that might be the previous track. The whole chat is just you and Jipe making love to each other. Jesus. Okay. Right, I'm going to move on to the next track. Let's go to 666 Bass Face. Let's go. All right, Mr. 666 out of the prototypes camp. Yeah, go on, Gareth.
This sounds like one of the Detest tracks that I turned down for his album.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's it's Mr. 666. I don't know why it's Mr. 666, but this is 666. He released, I think this is actually out on prototypes. Somebody in the chat saying that they wanted it. I think it's out. Go and look at Prototypes Records releases. Yeah, this is him. It's got that very typical Prototypes kind of driven sound. I like the metal vocals in there. Split opinion in the chat around the metal vocals.
Okay, because that's my thing. I don't think the track was bad, but I didn't like the metal vocals. But that's just a taste thing. That's a taste thing. Yeah, subjective,
totally.
Yeah.
From a vibe perspective, it was like when it started, I kind of, when it kicked in, I kind of it was like you want to throw your gran down the stairs kind of track.
Yeah.
But then after a while, it kind of mellowed out, and it was like you felt a bit bad, so you picked up gran from the bottom of the stairs and took her back to bed, kind of thing.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if the second drop makes you like throw her down extra hard again, because we didn't go there.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
I mean, maybe the second drop would actually make you pick up your grandma again, throw her down the chair, and then rape her.
And then throw her up the stairs.
God! Right, Steph, have you got any feedback?
Positives. I thought the energy was really good. Probably the most energetic track we've heard so far today. Good variation.
It's a grand chucker, right? It's a grand chucker.
Yeah, grand chucker. Is that the new term? It's a grand chucker. A grand slammer.
In drum and bass, you have that term like shoe throwers, Well, this is a grand chucker. That's like the hardcore version.
Ken Akira says the track will work in sets. Yeah, no doubt. If you play that at a club, it would work for sure. Craig, you've literally broken the chat. Jesus Christ. Wouter, clip that or don't. So yeah, good stuff, Mr. Baseface. Keep on going. You're working with good guys over there at Prototypes. Big up to the Prototypes crew, the Iridium boys. Respect, man.
Yeah, but this was a good track. I can imagine people playing this,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. Next and final track for the New Blood, we have Mr. DOOMSOUND. Rich Cresswell, let's go. All right. I agree with some of the comments in the track here that the melody doesn't quite sit right. It's dominating the track too much, and it means that the kick isn't punching through. It's like there's some good stuff in there, but it seems like it's just fighting with each other a little bit. Right? Yeah.
I think sometimes there's almost too much going on as well, because the synth line is quite sort of dominant, and there was that choir going on underneath as well, and some effects, and maybe have the choir play the same as the melody in parts. It would kind of unify it a bit better as well, just to make it like so you can focus on one thing that's really strong rather than like sort of 3 or 4 or 5 things that are kind of mediocre.
Mm.
Yeah,
Greg?
it didn't feel like the melody didn't quite wasn't it in the right groove with the kicks and stuff. And like I think that the drops, the kicks kind of, one of the kicks didn't have much of a transient. It just disappeared into the track kind of thing. And it's just a lot of that is just mixed down stuff. But I think with a bit of work that could be all right. Could be good.
Yeah. I'm still hearing myself on someone's microphone. Anyway, this is Rich Cresswell, Mr. DOOMSOUND. He's been developing with us, actually. He sent us his first track, if you remember. It's just like, I think this is his 4th submission now, so his progress is very good and a very steep curve. Says his comments, the track is a demo and I expect to change the vocal samples. It's the longest track I've put together so far. It was written and complete in one day, a testament to the help from the Oblivion community and their help and advice. Yeah, and he's saying...
Was Rich Cresswell the guy that sent us his like first tune ever?
Yeah, this is the same guy. Yeah, he's developing alongside the show.
For sure.
Definitely. Keep up the great work, man. You're really doing well. Good shit. I guess it's cocktail time since Gareth's...
already started.
Do you want my opinion on the track?
You didn't listen to it. You were in the kitchen.
Exactly, because when I hear those kind of like mainstream hardcore synths, I kind of have to... It's not my thing, man.
Yeah.
But so I can't have my opinion doesn't count on this matter. Nope.
Okay. All right. We're going to go into... Well, that was the end of...
New Blood.
End of New Blood. Before we move on to the next section, I want to do a little merch drop because... We've just dropped something on the Oblivion site and I want to get it out there. So, we got these things done. Check this shit out. This is this is a steel laser cut Oblivion logo. Right, the detail in it is absolutely
wow. Okay, that is actually slick.
Insane, mate. You can see one in the background here. Hold on. If I go I can track myself. There. Right. So. Future shit with the tracking. Boosh.
Hey, Joe, that actually looks fucking bang, man.
I know, man.
Cool.
So, these are available now. I decided we were just going to do a really limited drop of these, of 30 of them. And they're available right now on the Oblivion website. So head over there. I'm going to show you right now where the fuck it's at. Oblivion website. I'm going to drop the link in the comments now. Here we go. There's the link in the chat. We are going to be sending these. I know people are probably going to be worried about postage being in the UK or in Europe or whatever. Well, don't worry, guys, because we're going to send the European ones from Europe and we're going to send the UK ones from the UK. So you're not going to pay any customs charges on these bad boys. They're £49 each. And when they're gone, they're gone. We're just doing 30. Super limited. All right? Here's some fucking bigger pictures, as you can see.
How much is £49 now? Is that like €8?
Yeah, it's like something like that.
No, it's actually around 60, Greg, 60.
So, get over to the site if you want one. Fucking limited. Let's have a look how many's left.
Limited.
Oh, there's only 17 left. Right, well.
And
then they're gone.
Cut
so
for
grab
your
them, guys.
pleasure.
Cook for your pleasure. The design was actually adapted by Cam Artwork, so it could be cut out of a piece of steel. They're like 3mm thick, something like that. And they're black powder coated like a car alloy wheel. It'll basically, this will last forever, and it looks cool as fuck in your studio with a light behind it or whatever. So, I'm going to stop.
Definitely not made in China, Kin.
No, definitely not made in China.
Kin said made in China, but definitely not. This is fucking purebred fucking European steel.
It's heavyweight, man. You could kill a man twice.
You've got one there as well, haven't you, Greg?
Yeah.
Where's mine, Joe? I'll swap it for. We're getting these like prospect dildos done. They're shaped in the size of Dart's cock. No joke.
You should do like you should do a Dart and a Gary, and the Gary would be good for the butt, and the Dart one would be good for the pussy. That's what you should do.
Dude, you should do a double ender, like one black end and one white end.
Yeah, did you know that actually an ass can take more than a pussy? So that makes sense, Joe. Thanks.
Yeah. Right, should we go on to the cocktails? So, Gareth, let's everybody who's going to make cocktails, you need to get your shit together. Let me just bring up this. Right, so everybody, if you've got your cocktail stuff at home, now's the time to get it. You need mezcal or good tequila, some grapefruits, some fresh limes, sugar syrup, ice cubes, a shaker, a knife, glass, spoon, and salt and chili as a optional thing. Okay, I'm just gonna go and get some ice, and then I'm gonna make it here. Be right back.
Yeah. Same. I'm gonna get some ice. Yeah.
You go get some ice, guys. So the deal is, the most important thing, I don't know if anybody can hear me here, is in the end, it's all about the alcohol you use, okay? And this, I'm actually going to be serious here because it's something that actually matters to me. You know, when you get like, well, mezcal is the best here. Mezcal is kind of like the smoked version of tequila, which is kind of like, you can compare it to, you've got whiskey or you've got like this like single malt smoky whiskey, you know? Mezcal is that. But if you can't get mezcal, go for a good quality tequila, and good quality tequila is always 100% agave. It's something you have to check on the back. If it's not 100% agave, then the rest of the percentage is bullshit. Just so you know. I was being super serious here, guys. I know everybody leaves when I talk about something serious here. Typical.
What are you talking about?
I was explaining why a good mezcal is like the most important in these things. And if you can't find a good mezcal, that if you get a tequila, it has to be 100% agave, you know? But I taught you guys this before. Yeah, you know, if it's not on there, then it's bullshit. And that mezcal is a smoked agave plant. So it's kind of like comparable to like a really good like Scottish single malt, you know, where you have like, it's no bullshit. That's it.
Yeah, shout to Dean Walsh for sorting out the laser signs, by the way. Respect, brother. Right, so I've got everything I need. Do I need to like how many fucking of these do I need?
No, you only need one per thing. Okay, so this is actually the thing is I knew it was gonna be in England. I knew it was gonna be tough to like get like proper ingredients for some crazy cocktail. So we went for something simple here. Like last time I was in Bogota, it was the same problem. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember much of that night, to be honest. But you have this thing called a paloma in cocktail land, but a paloma they usually use like grapefruit soda, which is terrible. So I kind of made my own twist to this, where I use like fresh grapefruit, fresh limes, agave syrup, and a really good mezcal, and then a combination of chili and sea salt for the rim.
Oh, I need to make my rimming.
Yeah, make your rimming first, guys. It's important.
And okay.
So you just use some like chilies and some sea salt. You can grind it. Put it on a plate here. So you got your rimming. All right. For the rim jobs. Are you guys ready to make a cocktail? And you know, I'm getting drunk here. in like the most boring fucking town in the universe, Harlow, Essex. If anybody here in the chat lives in UK and doesn't live far from here, please save me. Please pick me up and I'll go drinking with you. I'll pay for all the beers, no joke. I just need to, I don't know, fucking...
Right.
Yeah? So anybody in the chat that lives in the UK, pick me up and let's go drinking somewhere.
All right, I'm just going to test this tequila because I need to make sure, right?
Yeah, everybody, first of all, test your tequila.
Except for Greg.
The best way to do it is this way.
Straight out the bottle, bitch. Oh, this is real good, man. Greg, show us your tequila.
Fuck off,
He's got mezcal, hasn't he?
He's got fucking... What? He's got Polish tequila, haven't you, Greg?
Yes,
but really, send help. Anybody live in the UK?
Polish tequila.
Anybody in the UK, save me. Pick me up here in Harlow, Essex. I'll pay for all the drinks. No joke.
Right, come on. What do we need to do to make this fucking cocktail then? I'm going to switch my camera.
Ian, if I come to Scotland, your wife's going to leave you and I'm going to be your husband. Just saying.
Maybe he's counting on that.
I hope so. Okay, is everybody ready?
I'm fucking ready, bro.
Okay, so first of all, you grab your glass. See that? A glass? Then my trick usually is this. You've got your lime, you cut it in half.
Test, mic check, mic check, 1, 2. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Second
you make a little cut in the lime this way. Because this way you can easily make a lime like, you know, on the front of your glass. So you got the lime part on there. Then you grab your salt and chili mixture and you put your glass on it. So you've got your rim. See that? A beautiful fucking rim. Important. Everybody has got the rim done?
Oh, hold on. I'm just rimming right now.
Daniel's got his rim done.
Yeah, let's talk about Daniel. So Daniel.
Yeah, well, this drink's actually going to be for Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel's actually couldn't make the show because he's got an extra asshole. No joke. That's why he's in hospital. And you know how it happened. I'll be honest here. I know I'm not supposed to tell the truth, but you know, drunk people tell the truth. His girlfriend got like one of those, you know, like a strap-on, but she went in so hard she created an extra hole. It's really fucked up. So Daniel,
I hope you're holding up well.
We wish you well. Yeah.
Holding up well. Right, here we go. I've got a salty rim.
You got your rims?
Yeah, I've done that. Yeah.
And so far, nobody's actually even said they'll pick me up here in Harlow. That's
Are you surprised?
Okay. Anyway, then you get your cocktail shaker. Got the cocktail shaker? Here we go. So we put in a whole lime. Put in a whole lime, guys.
A whole lime.
Yeah, usually you take like one of those presses, but I don't have it here. So
I'm just squeezing the juice in, yeah?
Squeeze the juice in.
Squeeze the juice in, yeah.
Then you take a whole grapefruit, squeeze the juice in.
Should I if I've got a grapefruit like juicer, should I use it? I guess.
Yeah, that's actually better, but I don't have it here.
Oh, so you amateur. Look at this shit.
No, I'm in Harlow.
Get in there.
They don't have shit here.
Gangster
in Harlow,
shit,
they
mate.
don't even know fucking... I got this mini shaker. It was all I got here. So put the whole grapefruit in there, guys.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell, mate.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
Use the bigger fucking adapter, innit?
Juice the fuck out of it. Joe, make that juicer your bitch.
I am. Ugh.
Okay. And if it takes too long, just take another sip.
Take another sip of the bottle. Can't complain with that.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Another half of this fucking...
Okay. Another half. It's hard work, I know. And while you're doing this, already put some ice cubes in your cocktail glass because that chills the glass already, you know.
All right.
And never be too like gentle with the ice. The more ice, the better. That's really true. Okay.
Okay, right. Hold on. Let's get this. How many?
Okay.
How many ice? How many ice? Like 4?
I just feel. Oh, in the cocktail shaker. I was talking
Yeah.
about the glass first.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, in the cocktail shaker, just put a bunch of ice in the cocktail shaker.
Right. How many? How many in the glass? Just like a little
Yeah,
bit.
just I don't know. Yeah, no. The more the better. But it depends how much ice you have. Yeah, that's fine, Joe. Yeah. Okay. Now you put the ice also in the glass. Then you put the mezcal in it. You do 1.5 ounces. But if you're an alcoholic like me, go for 2 ounces.
What is that in shot glasses? I've got a.
Yeah, or a measuring glass, whatever.
How many?
1.5 shot glass. Yeah.
I think these are fucking doubles, triples.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, that's better.
1.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Right,
Then you grab your agave syrup. If you don't have that sugar syrup or honey, whatever, okay, just squirt a bit in there, just a little bit of it.
In where?
In the cocktail shaker.
Just a bit, yeah.
Okay, I'll say stop. Okay, I'll say stop. Stop. Yeah, stop. Okay. Okay, then you put the lid on your shaker, guys.
Are we putting the juice from the?
Oh, you haven't put that in. Put that in.
Yeah, that goes in there, right?
Yeah. And you put the lime juice in already, right?
Yeah, directly.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Put the lid on the shaker.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold on. Are you guys keeping up, Steph and Greg?
Yeah,
Okay.
just one.
This is where I
10
normally
seconds.
throw the cocktail everywhere because I can't shake this without spilling it.
Yeah, there's a special technique to shake it.
Yeah, but last time I did that, I threw fucking tequila all over the studio, Gareth.
Yeah, because you squirted too fast.
So we have
Here we go.
I'm not fucking
Right.
doing that.
Shake that fucker, guys. Come on, shake it. Like it's the last thing you're gonna shake on earth. Oh, oh. Shake that motherfucker. Make that shaker your bitch. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, like real men do.
This is like
Okay.
the cocktail show that nobody knew they wanted.
But they want it.
They
Okay, now
need it.
pour it in your glass. Pour it in your glass, people. Ooh, this looks great, doesn't it? So this is what you call Thrasher's Paloma. Shake it all in.
That looks
No, Joe,
fucking
everything. Put everything in there.
great. It won't all fit. I'll overflow the glass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, and now the best part is drinking it.
Yeah.
You guys ready to drink it? Let's,
I'm waiting for,
yeah.
I'm
I'm
waiting for
ready.
these guys.
I'm ready.
Cheers, all of you.
Craig,
Let's-
Craig, have you got it?
Yeah, I was missing a few ingredients.
Okay, Greg,
It's
you
kind of
did not,
hybrid.
you didn't fucking do any of this.
Greg, just got a glass of water.
All right. Cheers, everyone.
Are you drinking water?
No,
Of course
it's
he is.
fucking, it's vodka and lime. It's got limes.
Right, cheers, guys,
Not cool.
and cheers,
Okay,
cheers to everyone
cheers.
at home.
And I want to see
Cheers.
if you guys like this.
Yeah. Oh, that's fucking
That's
delicious.
delicious.
That is fucking good, isn't it?
Yeah, cheers, Gareth.
Cheers, everybody.
Okay, well, I don't want to.
That's banging, mate.
But I am. But
Yeah.
that's how I sound. This is amazing.
Mm. Whack the rest of that in there.
Mm.
Yeah,
How
I've been.
good is this, right?
It's real good, yeah. Oh shit! I'm
It's
gonna carry on
healthy.
making these.
You know, it's got grapefruit in it
Yeah.
and fucking lime juice.
That's really
and,
good.
Here, look.
Does anybody in
So
the
did
chat?
anybody else in the chat join
Yeah, does
in?
anybody in the chat actually make it? I knew people were going to make it. Anybody? Someone's drinking red wine. That doesn't count.
Okay, so you guys like it?
People.
Anybody liking it?
I just inhaled some salt.
Oh yeah, and actually, you know what the best way is? If you actually do a line of the rim and snort that as well. Oh. Wow, that's heavy.
Right, so that's fucking delicious, Gareth. So
that hurt my nose.
Yeah, no shit. You just sniffed fucking salt and chili, you bellend.
Fuck, right. That actually hurt.
So Daniel's not here. Let's address that.
Fuck.
So Daniel was supposed to come on the show today because he's just released an album. And the idea normally is we make cocktails like this and then we raise a glass to the album. So Daniel, this one's to you. Congratulations on the album. Cheers, bro, and get well soon. We love you. Cheers, man.
Congratulations, Daniel, and get well soon. And keep that second hole. You never know when you're going to need it.
Exactly. Okay, Gareth, you wanted to do a little giveaway now, and then we'll listen to the Detest stuff. You don't know that yet.
What am I going to give away again?
You're giving away tickets to Prospect.
Yeah, Two times 2 tickets to Prospect.
2 times plus, 2 tickets.
We got new merch coming up that's fucking sick. So I'm giving away 2 t-shirts as well with those 2.
Ooh, yep. Okay. So guys, if you want to win the Prospect tickets, we're giving away 2 sets of 2 tickets, so 2 pairs, and a t-shirt with each one. All you need to do, share the stream now on whichever social media platform you use. We prefer if you share the YouTube video. Hashtag Oblivion loves Prospect and like the stream.
Yep. That's
it. Easy. And we'll wait. I'm going to drink this cocktail while I wait. You can go away and share the stream. Also, you wish you never sniffed that now.
Well, it's interesting. Fucking hell. Damn. Okay, guys.
Okay, share it. Oblivion loves Prospect.
That's what you get, you know.
All right. So, I guess we'll move on. We're going to move into... Now, we're going to go to the What's Hot section.
What's hot?
And we're going to start with the opening track from Daniel Detest's brand new EP, Glamerous, Cool Kidz Stuff. And Gareth's going to be sick.
Okay, guys, do not snort. Fucking.
This
R.I.P. bro.
rock cocaine. It isn't glamorous or cool or kid stuff. It's the most addictive kind of cocaine, and it can kill you. What's really bad is nobody knows how much it takes. So every time you use it, you risk dying. It isn't worth it. Look, everybody wants to be cool. But doing it with crack isn't just wrong. It could be dead wrong. This is crack, rock cocaine. This is crack, rock cocaine.
Awesome. I think Gareth's dead.
Yeah, he's been passed out.
Yeah.
So people asking in the chat, is this out on vinyl? Yes, it is. Let me just do Gareth's job for him. What? Turn that off. This on.
Great intro track, right?
Like, it is. Yeah,
it's
opening track.
And it's different for Daniel as well. It's out of his comfort zone a little bit, right? It doesn't normally do techno. Doesn't normally do what's that? 120 BPM. That's completely not done.
Yeah, everyone's doing 120, right, Steph?
Yep. Or lower.
Or lower. Or your money back.
People asking in the chat, is it available on vinyl? Yes, it comes on vinyl and CD and digital, obviously. Yes, people in the chat, Jay saying, don't like where it ended up. It sounded perfect the way it was. I assume you mean because it's sped up. Right, Jay? Yes, Joe. Yes, Joe. Where's Gareth? He's supposed to be selling this album. He's just run away.
I will sell it for him.
I want to know why the spelling is wrong on Glamerous, and did they even know? Like, wouldn't be the first time that Prospect fucked up on something like that. Oh, here he is. Gareth.
Yeah.
So the release is available on vinyl and CD and digital.
Yeah.
Right. Interesting intro track. First of all, why is the title spelt wrong? Glamerous is spelt wrong. What's the deal?
Yeah, you really want to have the honest answer or the like politically?
Is it a prospectism?
No, I'll be honest. It was a spelling mistake by Daniel that in the kind of like hurry I didn't notice, and so now it's on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah.
So good. And what did you tell us a little bit about the album? I mean, I know that you received one copy of an album and you told him to kind of think outside the box a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then
okay.
he
What
comes
happened?
back. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah. I'll be honest. Actually, one thing in between of this, doesn't matter how desperate you are, where you are, do not snort salt and chili peppers instead of coke. Okay. And now on to the fucking serious thing. Okay, so Daniel had made tracks for.
Oh, we've lost Gareth. It's never simple with Gareth, is it? Always things go wrong.
Never a dull moment.
His mum's had enough, and she's like, "Fuck!" She had scissors straight through it. Fuck off. All right, awesome. I'm gonna play the next track, and we'll come back to Gareth, I guess.
Oh, now I'm back.
Oh, you're back. Okay. Yeah, go on. Tell us the story.
Okay, so, I turned down the first album. It wasn't because it was bad. It was just because it was kind of like, I felt, especially like the vision of Prospect now, where I want everything to be out of the box and crazy and just about the music and not just dance floors, because it is that, there's more to music than just a few bangers for the dance floor, like every producer that produces puts his heart and soul in it, and that's you know, if you're gonna make an album, for instance, you got like 10 tracks, you're gonna only choose, like, DJs are only gonna choose like the 3 favorite ones and play them like at parties. So like my vision is that an album needs to be an album like back in the days when I would buy an album by any band, you know, it's like a trip you go on, and like the smooth swings goes all across the board. So I turned down that album, and actually, I'll be honest, me and Daniel had a fight. Well, we're super good friends, but you know, because like it was, of course, a complicated situation, because the album was not bad, but it was just not what I was looking for. And then this motherfucker comes back with this album out of nowhere, and it's exactly what I meant, you know. And he was actually afraid to play this to me.
He's gone again.
He has gone again.
Yeah.
What's people in the chat saying? Nanchuk the Wi-Fi. The salt's kicking in. Yeah. That's interesting. Okay, if he does... Oh, hey, Jeff's in the chat. Hey, Jeff. Easy now. Yeah, he's definitely gone. Oh, he's back. Gareth, what's going on?
Won't do this again. Okay,
Hello.
What was the last thing you heard me say?
The thing about this album is...
He was worried about sending the second version to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he sends this, and I was like blown away. I'm like, this is exactly what I mean, because this album just goes everywhere, you know. I mean, it's got like, as you heard just now, this track that starts like at 120. It's got his old like kind of like almost the stuff he did on Strike Records, you know.
Yep.
It's got like some fun stuff in it, like the old school Thrash track. It's just like, it's fun to listen to, you know, and that's why I was super excited about this. And yeah, you know, so it's good, you know. It came out now. It goes all across the place, you know. Not every track is for everyone, but I think it does have tracks that are for everyone. You know what I mean?
It's one of those albums that I will dip into when I'm doing a specific, or I have a specific requirement in a set to do something like something that suits that set, or a specific thing. Like I could dip in at this BPM, or there's like such a broad range of styles and BPMs that you can kind of like grab bits from it that when you need them.
Exactly. And even like little things, like, you know, for a while, like it was like almost every track that he did was like so fucking dance floor banger, but even the build-ups, they kind of felt they were all the same. And on this album, you notice like every track has a totally different build-up or a totally different drop. It's not like the easy listening kind of shit, and that's why I liked it, you know. And especially certain tracks remind me of like fucking the UK hardcore stuff, you know. There's tracks that have like the rave vibe in it, and something that Daniel used to always be good in anyways, kind of making things catchy. So
yeah,
I think he nailed it with that.
Definitely a shout back to the old Strike stuff that he used to do, and the old stuff that he did on Death Chant as well. There's definitely tributes to that. And I mean, a few people in the chat have said it, and you've said it. Old school Trash. Let's play it. Right. Let's go. Big track.
Huge track. Oh
Really big track. Everyone
Big
in
tune.
the chat went fucking
Banger.
mental to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I mean, you know, it's a track with character. And I think with an album, you know, you need to look at, like, it needs to be diverse, you know, it needs to be, as you said just now, Joe, like, if you're looking for something on this album, you can find something for any situation. And that's what's really strong about it. You know, not every track has to be your cup of tea, but you'll find something on there that will work at a certain moment in your set, or just work at a certain moment in your car, you know? I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah, the variety in the kicks in there was really nice as well.
Yeah.
Like literally a bit of something for everybody. Even if you don't like a particular kick, you don't have to wait long for another one to come in. Everybody in the chat saying, I miss going out. This makes me want to party.
Exactly. This makes you want to fucking go raving. This makes you want to even snort fucking salt and chili just because you have to, you know? It's that kind of vibe.
Throw your grand down the stairs.
Exactly. And then pick her up and do what?
Oh my god, not this again. Big ups, Daniel. I hope you're either watching or going to watch this back. That's fucking great, man.
Yeah.
Still 100 people tuned in. Awesome. There's 9 people watching on Facebook. I guess you've all made your way over to YouTube now. If you're still watching on Facebook, come over to YouTube. It's the best place to be. Everybody in the chat's absolutely buzzing off this.
Okay.
PlayStation accounts.
Right, I'm going to play the next one. Next up, Sleep Knowledge. Let's go.
You are now about to witness the strength of sleep knowledge. You're up next.
I ran out of time, man. I was making another cocktail.
Hey, but okay, but seriously,
you need some light, Gareth.
This track.
Where's Gareth gone?
Well, yeah, no, I got a tiki torch one, but okay, but seriously, this track has it all. It's everything I love about the UK sound, and it's made by a German dude. How weird is that? Because it's got fucking the breakbeats in there. It's got the hip hop samples. It's got that intro, that melody. What is that from again? It's a movie or something, right?
Yeah, it's a horror movie. It's not.
Anyone in the
is
chat?
it like Nightmare on Elm Street or something?
Something like it's. Yeah, I don't think it's Nightmare, but I think it's something like that. Someone in the chat knows. Oh,
anyway,
I mean, yeah, it is Nightmare. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but it is like it's all these things combined that I love about that sound. You know, the breakbeats in there, the switches of kick drums. It's even got this kick drum that's not UK, but it works. I fucking love this track. This is me like saying, Daniel, you're fucking back to where you fucking the shit I love. You know, the Strike record stuff. But even like the first Prospect release, you know, when he had that, what was the first Prospect release he did? The 200 BPM one, which was amazing. It has this BPM switch in the break. Do you know which one?
Is it
Shotgun, yeah, Shotgun. You know, it has all these elements that I fucking loved and missed, and he brought it all back. This tune is, and you know, it's also about it. You know, it's not like produced like it's produced in a hospital. You know, it's not clinically. It's dirty. It's rough. But that's exactly the way it's supposed to sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I mean, when we're talking about to like young, like up and coming producers as well, about kind of variation and kind of keeping it interesting and stuff. I mean, that's a great template for it, right? There's like loads going on. It's really interesting. There's lots of switch ups. It's got a groove that runs through it, but then it's like keeps changing and switching. The synths are solid. It's just like, yeah, it's a great track. Really love it.
It just makes you want to take your clothes off, roll around in like beer and glass on the floor and scream fucking bitch, you know, shit like that. That's the vibe I get from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
totally.
Gareth, can you get some light?
Yeah, I'm gonna get some light. Yeah.
I'm basically like a
I just
cocktail
can't wait to
fucking...
play that one.
I'll be right back with some light, okay? One sec.
What'd you say, Steph?
I said I can't wait to play that in a club.
Yeah, I don't think any of us can wait to play any music in a club.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some good news from Bolter today, though. We're all playing there, right?
I'm
you
not.
want a Bolter? Oh, right.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
they're staying in Wales because they got the approval for it in September. So, all good.
Bolter's still on.
Pardon?
Bolter's still on, yeah?
Yes, it's on. Yeah. Did anyone? It's Nightmare on Elm Street. Everyone's saying.
Yeah, we did that a while ago, Joe.
Okay, sorry, I was making a cocktail.
Is this enough light?
You said your mum had lights, Gareth. Red ones.
But this is good, right? This is good.
I think you probably want to shine it towards you from the other side.
Yeah, you should like put it behind
like
the
this?
laptop.
Like this?
Oh, that'll do.
Yeah, look. That works
Perfect.
right.
Oh,
There
the
you
subscription thing started working. That's nice. I didn't know that was working.
What was working?
That's been broken. You see on the screen now the subscription thing. If anyone else hasn't subscribed to the Oblivion channel yet, subscribe on YouTube and you should get your name pop up in the top right hand corner. It was broken, but it seems to be fixed. Yeah. All right.
But yeah, killer track, right?
Killer track, mate. Really fucking good. Really good. Should we slip another one in? Let's
do that.
Let's not go to the last one we're gonna play. Let's play Rake because people in the chat have been buzzing about this.
What, this track called Rape?
Rake.
Rape. Yeah, that's a good track.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
Bad boy.
So
That fucking Reese in the middle, man. It came out of nowhere, like, woo!
But okay, that's what I mean, you know? It, like, with this album, and that was the thing when we had, like, when we sent that, like, the other tracks, and Steph, you know, because I went through that with you, be honest. Remember?
I was there. I remember, yeah.
Yeah.
I was
and
there.
yeah, but no, we talked. Let's be honest, you know.
We did, yeah.
It wasn't bad, but it was like, this is like the tracks. You know, as I said again, it doesn't matter if it's like not like produced outside agency style, like completely perfect. You know, it's about like the song, and at least this album has songs that grab you. Like this one grabs you, like the last one, it grabs you. You know, like okay, they're songs. You know, you're like. You recognize them, you know, you feel the vibe, and that's the most important. And this one as well, it has like so much stuff going on, you know, the switches, there's no moment you're gonna get bored, and that's super important.
Yeah, really good stuff. People are saying in the chat, in a way it reminds me of Dolphin's album because of the diversity. So as Kimchi Otto says, I like the most about the LP that it's not all classic Detest. Yeah. It's
diverse. I mean, okay, don't compare it to Dolphin's album, because Dolphin's album is like a whole different thing. You know, that's Greg completely. But, you know, at least I understand the point where you're talking about diversity, and at least this is an album you can listen to start from finish, and no track sounds the same. And I think that's the most important thing.
Somebody's saying in the chat here, because I thought we established that the Sleep Knowledge was Nightmare on Elm Street, but Funky's written, it's literally the melody of Never-Ending Story, Fantasia.
Yeah, I read that.
Is it the same thing?
Well, I'm not sure. It could be. Yeah. I love Never-Ending Story. Never-Ending Story.
Oh my god.
Na 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 na. Never-Ending Story.
Next track. Next track, Last Human, 240 BPM. Let's go. Oh man.
Amazing.
Right.
Yeah, real
How
good.
sick is that tune?
I've never heard Daniel do something like that before, man. That's insane.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's fucking. That track is like goosebumps, right?
Yeah, and it's like diverse within itself as well. It doesn't stick to the same formula all the way through, but it doesn't feel like it's disjointed. Sometimes you have tracks like this, and they feel out of place or whatever, but it just feels like it's all the same thing. It's fucking great.
You know what I think? This track actually feels emotional. Really, it's like okay,
yeah, definitely.
I feel something's going on here, like in his I don't know, in his mind or in his soul. You know, something's going on. When he wrote this track, this was not just like, oh, I'm gonna write a track. No, something was going on there, and that's what you hear.
It's telling a story, isn't it? And that's again, it's like all these times when we're talking to upcoming producers and stuff, and when we're saying, or if I'm saying, the song, it feels like it needs a story or it needs to tell something. That's another great example of how you do that kind of thing.
And exactly, again, saying it, it's not about how good your productions are. Of course, that's a part of it, but the most important part is still how good is your telling your story, releasing your inner beast, your soul. And that track has so much going on in there, but without it sounding potential, oh, look what I can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, great job, Daniel.
Yeah, you nailed it. Really, you nailed it. So, Joe.
Great. Yeah, sorry, I was distracted. Yeah, so I'm going to play another track from this because everyone's loving Detest, so I'm going to play another one. Back to Rim.
Yeah, and that's about the rims in the cocktails.
Okay. Let's go.
wreck the rhythm. Wreck the rhythm.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
So it sounds like the whole album is worth getting, and everybody in the chat is loving the rim. Who
Everyone
doesn't?
loves the rim.
Who doesn't like a rim, right? Gareth's disappeared again. That kind of draws us to the end of the Daniel love off.
We're not going live to Daniel now, then, no?
No, Daniel is not available at all. Yeah, so Gareth, you're back. That's the last track we're going to play from the album.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat loves a good rim apparently. Salty rim. Rim drum. Wish you used this kick more in the track. Yeah, really good. So if you want to grab that, guys, then head over to the Prospect site. Here we go. And you can grab it. Grab it now.
Yeah.
And it's on a blue transparent vinyl, right?
Yeah, and it's 180 grams vinyl, actually.
180, that's thick.
Yeah.
Heavyweight. Thick with 2 C's.
Yeah.
Thick. Okay, good. Let's move on with the rest of What's Hot.
What's hot?
So, next up, we have got an awesome track by Embrionyc on Heresy, the third movement imprint. Let's go.
Down, baby.
Cultural outsiders. Beyond nothingness aside. Outsiders. The club was plunged into almost total darkness. Outsiders.
Yo, big up Embrionyc, man. That's fucking
Thrash.
slaughter. The fucking dubstep elements, fucking absolutely insane. Love everything about that.
Wobcore.
Proper wobcore, yeah. Great catch from Davey, to be fair. Fucking getting Embrionyc signed up on the Heresy. Fucking good shit, man. His style's evolved loads over the years as well. Like, he's completely changed now from what he was originally, and it wasn't bad in the first place, but the development is quite something.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard anything from him for a while, actually.
I love that track.
Yeah. Really good. He went quiet for so long, and now, yeah, he's back. Everybody in the chat saying, this is pretty fucking sick. Cool track, but too much vocals and repeats. That's Kin. Everybody's just loving the tempo. The fact that it's outside of the box. The wobble is strong. Yeah. Fucking awesome. Really good stuff. Great release. And the other track's good as well.
Yeah, it's just nice to hear some... It's nice to hear some fresh stuff that just doesn't sound like everything else as well, you know. Keep it clean, keep it fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The other track, Vitality, is also good. It's like doubles and triples and stuff like 174. Fucking awesome. There's somebody in the chat called Deathmachine Fanboy saying, "Hi Deathmachine, oh my god, I'm your biggest fan." That's got to be.
Yeah, I wrote that.
Oh really? I think it's got to be Jasper or Hellfish. Got to be. Got to be. Right.
Who knows?
Who knows? Next up, we have got Cyprixia, Cheddar Goblin, forthcoming Prospect, Gareth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
Nice.
I think we lost Gareth. Awesome track.
Yeah, it happens. So was that the theme out of Mandy by Johan Johansson?
I think it was. He said in the chat.
Yeah, I think he put in the chat that. Yeah.
I love that movie, dude. Wow. Like, possibly one of the best things that Nicolas Cage has ever done, I think. And, like, I'm a big Johan Johansson fan, R.I.P., and he's like, yeah. What movie? It's like kind of like a 70s throwbacky thing with kind of all sorts. And when Nicolas Cage snorts that coke and then like in that room and he's like, woo! That's some crazy shit. Amazing. Love it. Where's Joe gone? There's Joe. Hi, Joe.
I'm here. Hold on. I'm here.
Have you
we go.
Broken the stream?
Gareth's broken the stream by leaving. Don't know why he's left. He looked like he was passing out and then he just disappeared. So I have no idea.
Oh, so Prex is in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, no, I really like that as well. Thought that was wicked.
So Prex, his last release was on Motormouth, I think. He did more industrial sound and stuff. Yeah.
Ashton's come in to say hello as well.
Hello, mate.
Ashton.
You right, buddy?
Easy, brother.
He was writing in the chat earlier.
What, Deathmachine's biggest fan?
Is that your biggest fan? Number one fan?
He's not my biggest fan, I'm telling you.
The Motormouth release was really good. People in the chat are saying that too. I'm just checking where Gareth's gone. Where did you go? Okay, I guess we'll move on to another track.
Drop another track.
Yeah, why not? Limewax, Agent Orange, Outside Agency remix, just come out on Prospect. Let's go. Oh, and a shout to Tom in the chat. You came at a good time, apparently.
That's cool. That is, yeah.
All right, so Gareth's internet's dropped apparently, but
Brexit internet.
It looked like he was fucking dying actually.
It looked like he dropped as well.
It's a good job I set up this emergency view anyway. So yeah, he's trying to sort out the internet now. But nice one from the Outside Agency on the remix. I have to admit, I'm not a big fan of the original. I don't like their beep 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 beep. I don't like it.
What?
I don't like it.
Get out.
What do you want me to say? I'm not going to pretend. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. Sorry. I guess you guys both love it, right?
It's a monster. It's a monster. I mean, if you talk about crossbeat tunes, there's probably like 2 that like really stand out for me in the whole crossbeat genre. Times Like These and Agent Orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming from like both sides. One from the drum and bass angle, one from the hardcore angle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Agent Orange, love it or hate it, it's like you just know it. You know what I mean? It's just everyone knows that.
Yeah,
It's fucking genius.
I just doesn't do it for me. Sorry, no. Everybody's fucking hating me in the chat. So kick him off the show. Yeah. Well, sorry guys. Sorry. Right, we're gonna pad for time.
Good to be challenged.
Yeah. Ash agrees with me. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Ash agrees with me. That
Ash got no taste.
Probably means I'm being a mardy cunt, doesn't it? Yeah, a few people agree with me. Okay, good. I feel better about myself. Thanks, guys. Okay, I'm going to pad for time a little bit because I want Gareth to join back in since we've been playing some of his stuff from his label. So, yeah, any questions in the chat for any of us? Any questions for Dolphin or Deathmachine? Early questions and answers time. And I'm going to try and find out what happened to Gareth.
Question for Steph. When's the album out then? When's the date?
I haven't got an exact date, but we're talking either late November or early December.
Nice.
Obviously,
there's test presses already, right?
There's been a bit of a delay with vinyl. Yeah, I've got the test press already. I've had that for a few weeks. So, yeah, artwork's in progress. Everything else
Who's doing the artwork?
I'll keep it secret for the time being. But
he never gives his cards away.
I've seen the first proof. I've seen the first version of it, and it looks really cool. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
So, I guess we could get you on the show in November then, Stefan. We'll do an album launch party and more cocktails.
Sounds good to me. Yeah.
There you go. That's what November is then, guys. More of this, but with a Deathmachine.
More of this, less a lockdown. Hopefully.
I guess what we'll do now,
yeah.
Since Gareth's taking fucking ages, let's play a track from the album. Yeah.
Cool. Let's do it.
Is this a world exclusive, world premiere?
This version, yeah. I mean, I've played test versions out a long time ago, actually, probably at the last Prospect. So there was a very early version then, but yeah, it's completely different now. This is obviously the final version, and yeah, it is a world exclusive.
Let's have a listen, and then we'll have a chat about it.
Okay, let's go. World exclusive from Deathmachine's album, Deathmachine, The Bleeding Edge.
Deathmachine. You are tuned in to the Oblivion Show.
We are death! Break every bone in tribute. Get ready for war, motherfuckers! Let there be blood!
now tuning to the Oblivion Show.
You're now tuned in to the Oblivion Show. Keep it locked.
There you go.
Fucking amazing. I'm going to go through some of the comments because there were some good ones here. Wetter than a spastic's chin. Everyone's just fucking love it. I need the album. You're such a beast, Deathmachine. Love this. Fucking ace glitchy stuff. Towa, I guess another last wank of the night. Treat yourself, Tom. Always plenty of stuff happening in Deathmachine tracks. Energy for days. I love
Luke
it.
Gurden nearly took his nan's eyebrows off, apparently.
Yeah, what a granny mincer, James Mufflin says.
What have I started?
Yeah, exactly. Audio coffee. Need that in the morning. He doesn't say much, does he? But fuck, he lets his music do the talking. Yeah.
Nailed it, yeah.
Yeah. Kin, Steph, very good track. Iconic UK sound. Yeah, correct. Gareth told me at Prospect that your new album was going to be amazing. Bloody hell, Steph, this is good. It's fucking brilliant. James Butherland has a question here. Deathmachine Dolphin, are you able to release your older, released only on vinyl, etc. before on your own, now on Bandcamp, etc.? If so, and which releases would you re-release?
I wouldn't.
Wouldn't.
Yeah,
I mean,
certainly.
Go on, Steph.
The for me, you know, the stuff that's like 10, 15 years old. I know you've been going way longer than me, Greg, but you get to the point where you kind of move on so much, you almost don't want to kind of bring the past back.
Yeah.
If I was to re-release something, I'd want to do something to it. I'd want to remaster it, or do something to it to bring it up to date.
Yeah, and that's what I do. I just kind of rebuild them and to play out new and stuff like that. But yeah, I think those things are best left where they are, and then they're. I think with any artist, like when you release something, it's done, and then you move on, and you kind of it becomes a point in time, a reference point. You kind of look back and you go, "That's where I was at that point." So yeah, I got no intention to re-release. I don't think any of the old stuff and that. Maybe just like Steph said, do them up, and I actually remixed. Well, not remixed, kind of redid my very first release back on Screwface and that I dropped at Thunderdome and stuff. So like, no plans to release it or anything. It was just like nice. There's a little throwback, kind of little cheeky thing like that. But yeah, and some of those old stuff are on like DAT tapes or stuff that I haven't even got a DAT player anymore. So it's like I don't even know where I'd get that shit off.
That's it. Yeah,
Amazon.
Not even having like the project files or anything. It's just be a mission to kind of resurrect something that old, wouldn't it?
You'd end up trying to remaster and polish a turd. Dare I say it? And yeah. People,
so we had the Spiral Tribe guys came around. Can't remember when they played. They did a thing in at Worm. They did like a 4-hour set, and Stefan's going to be mastering their album. Actually, I don't know how much of this I'm supposed to say or anything because it's all through Gareth and stuff. But he's not on anyway.
Not here.
So, but they had to go and they had to basically drive around Europe and collect all their DAT tapes from different studios, and kind of collect them because it's like there's some classic tracks on there that are done from like mid-90s and stuff that they're going to be re-releasing. Yeah. So if you've got access to it and you want to do it, then yeah, absolutely, why not get them remastered and stuff? But yeah, that's too much of a mission for me.
Yeah. Yeah. What label did Deathmachine track called User Defined come out on?
Corrupt.
Hello? There you go.
Can you
Yeah.
Yep, correct.
Daniel O'Neill
10
came out on
points.
Corrupt, Matt Green's label. What's
It's
everyone's
like that
thoughts?
game show. It's like that game show where you.
I'll name that tune in 5.
Yeah, where you quiz people on their own shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
What's everyone's
Who
thoughts
did
on
the
that?
artwork on this release in 1998?
I don't know if Gareth's coming back. He says he's trying to fix the internet, but he would have fixed it by
I think he's
now.
passed out in a bowl of salt.
I think that chili salt line has broken him. Right,
That
okay.
did him, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it did. Sorry to everybody for us being in this really horrible view, but it's better than it being fucked, right? I'm gonna play a Trip track. Tripped. This has just come out on Hong Kong Violence on a nice 12-inch splatter vinyl. Tripped. What the fuck? Let's go.
Question on everyone's lips this week. What the fuck?
Yeah, man. Solid release. Hong Kong Violence
90s.
81. Francis has got that amazing knack of nailing the 90s gabba terror sound and also the techno thing and bringing it all together.
Yeah, bang on.
Yeah. If you want to get this, guys. Oh shit, hold on. Let's turn that off. You can get this at Underground Music. I think Kin's in the chat. This is the only place you can get it from, Kin. Underground Music from the UK, yeah? Anyway, regardless.
Nice.
12 euros. Lovely splatter vinyl. £12, sorry. Lovely splatter vinyl. So I know Simon will ship anywhere in the world. Really worthwhile buying. Fucking sick release. Big ups, Tripped. Love you, Francis. Big up, Kin. Hong Kong Violence Crew. Respect. Right, let me get back to...
Got a couple of questions in the chat.
Yeah, go on.
I quite like this one, to Steph. So, Mr. Topsy or Mrs. Topsy-Turvy, Mr. Topsy-Turvy says, making the album, what would you say was the high point and low point of the journey?
Jesus, what a question.
Yeah, right?
I guess the obvious answer is the high point was finishing it, but probably the high point for me was knowing what I wanted to do with it, because since the last album that was 2014, I've wanted to do an album for a good few years, and I was never in the right kind of mindset to do it, and also was never clear enough in my head as to what I wanted to do with the album. So getting to that point where it's like I know exactly where I want to go with it, that was kind of, for me, that gave me the energy and the motivation to really push through and do it.
Yeah, it's a really big thing, isn't it? I think as you realise that you kind of got to a certain point in your kind of musical journey or career or whatever, when you kind of like you're able to kind of turn these things that in your head into kind of what you're kind of into something kind of more visceral or physical. You know, I think then it kind of like little light bulb comes on. You're like, oh, hang on a sec.
Yeah,
I can do this now.
Exactly, and I wanted to take a step up from the first album as well. Don't just want to repeat myself, or I wanted to show that to myself that I've improved and have a stronger, sort of clearer signal to what I wanted to convey.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably what I'd say for that. In terms of the low point, probably quite a few low points. There's probably a low point in every track where you're struggling with it, and you think, can I really do this? Can I pull it off? Is it good enough? Is it varied enough? Is it original enough? Is it really me? There's so many questions that go through your head when you're doing it, that you've kind of just got to be true to yourself and think back to that point where you realise what you want to do with the album, and just trust that feeling was the correct feeling, and you just got to go with that, really.
Yeah. Nice. Another question for you.
Hold on.
Are your kids interested in music?
Okay.
You want to answer that now, Joe?
Yeah, go on, carry on.
Yeah, all right.
I was just going to play the music and then do the Q&A, but fine, Pad. I'm going to call Gareth while you finish that, all right?
All right, yeah. Not massively. When they were younger, they probably were more so, because it was the only music they really heard in the house was me making tunes.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're probably more interested in gaming than music.
Yeah. Because
they're getting to that age.
Yeah.
But Ashton, for example, who you probably saw on camera a few minutes ago, he's was kind of almost on the journey through me with the album, because I was playing test versions in the car and stuff like that, and he actually named one of the tracks, because I was playing one of the tracks and I was like, I haven't got a title for this track, and he was like, why don't you call it this? I was like, yeah, that's a perfect title for it. So he's got credit for naming one of the tracks on the album.
You giving him credits on the little?
I haven't actually. No, I'm not sure if he'll spot that, but yeah, maybe you should.
Yeah. Nice. Does Ashton know he's named after Ashton Kutcher, your favourite actor from Hollywood?
He doesn't know that, no. But he is my favourite actor, called Ashton from Hollywood.
Oh dear. Where's Joe gone?
I think he's trying to get hold of Gareth, isn't he?
Oh yeah. Did he say we were going to do Q&A later? But I kind of just started it already.
Yeah. Well, this is filler, isn't it? So.
Yeah. All killer, no filler.
Yeah.
Do you know much about Death Chant 100?
Not a great deal, actually. No.
We should do a competition on letting people guess how many tracks are on Death Chant 100.
I guess it's not 100.
Loads, mate.
It's fucking loads, mate.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it like quadruple vinyl or something like that?
Yeah, I think he's managed to squeeze it all on somehow to a smaller format.
Right.
But God knows how. But there's a lot of tracks on it, and there's been a few people in the chat that chatting about the Anger Fist track as well, Danny's track.
Yeah.
Because he's done a remix of Ripper, hasn't he?
I know. Yeah, I heard that. It's
that's raised a few eyebrows, I think.
Exactly. Yeah, it's definitely caused a lot of people to take notice, I think.
Yeah. It's going to be monumental. This thing. You should get him on, Joe, if he's up for
Danny?
it. No, Cobby.
No, he's not up for it.
What's that one then?
Yeah, it's quite simple. Yeah, he's not. Yeah. Cool. Take another question. I'm trying to fix this situation.
Oh, here you go. Steph, here's a question. What tips do you have for finishing off a track? And when you're basically done with the creative side and you just need to turn it into a full track, where do you find the innovation to actually complete it?
Personally, I find listening to it in another environment helps. So I don't drive so much. I used to drive to work every day, and that was where I used to test a lot of tracks out. But I still sometimes go out for a drive or just walk around the house with headphones on, just listening to it whilst I'm not looking at Cubase or not looking at Ableton. I find that different frame of reference kind of shows me things that I wouldn't have necessarily heard. And yeah, I just listen to it over and over and over again, really. And
I used to do the same thing. I used to walk to work and I had like a 10-minute walk to work, and I just like whatever I was working on the night before, or before I went to work, I just bang it on my headphones and I'd listen to it a couple of times, take notes, and I'd be like, okay, I need to do this, change it, all
exactly.
Stuff.
Yeah.
And that's just workflow stuff, though. I think learning to complete tracks is part of the game, is a really important part of the game, because I think being an artist it's about the volume of your work. I don't mean how loud it is, but it's about how much you get through, because that's how you learn. You get through the tracks, you move on. Trying to be too much of a perfectionist doesn't get you anywhere. You have to know when to draw the line and say,
exactly,
this is done, and I'm moving on.
Yeah, 100% agree. Yeah, that is part of the skill of it, isn't it? It's learning where to draw that line. Is it good enough? Is it finished? Does it say everything it needs to say? If the answer is yes, that's it. It's done. Move on.
Yeah. And then you can always just keep making them better and better and better. But the more and more time you spend on those tiny little bits, you've got to somewhere just draw the line and go, that one's done, on to the next one.
Yeah. No, I did fall foul of that myself a little bit in the album, because obviously it's so much of a bigger piece of work.
Yeah.
I did find it quite hard to let it go in the end, and I was just picking at it for the sort of 2 months, really, just making minuscule little changes. And probably, no one's probably going to notice, but you just get to that point where you become obsessed with
totally. It's the law of diminishing returns, isn't it? It's that curve that goes up like that, and then as you're getting to the top bit, it gets smaller and smaller, and then you're taking weeks to do tiny things that a lot of people don't even notice.
Yeah. But ultimately, something that big, I had to be happy with it, and I couldn't let it go until it was, which is why I did all that extra time on it.
There's a difference. You know in your head probably where you're not move on, and you're just trying to get that last bit perfect.
Right, is Greg frozen now as well?
I think he has. Yeah.
This is going well, right?
We're dropping out one by one.
I'm going to go to music. Since we've been talking about Hellfish, let's go with something from Death Chant LP15. Welcome to the world of Hellfish. A G for Jesus. Let's go.
Mission Secular. One church. 30,000 locations nationwide. One mission with a shuttle. 3 jets. 5 helicopters. And a Phantom. And he's a G. A G for Jesus. It's time for One Man with the Bishop, and he's a G.
Yo, Rocky acapella, G. What do the people say? Yo, Rocky acapella, G. What do the people say?
You are now tuned in to the Oblivion Show.
A G for Jesus. Free Test, 5 helicopters. Free Test, 5 helicopters. Free Test, 5 helicopters. And he's a G.
You're now tuned into the Oblivion Show. Yo, Rocky acapella, G. What do the people say?
G for Jesus.
Yo, Rocky acapella.
From the VIP. Now from the VIP. Now from the VIP. Now from the VIP.
This one's just for Infravox preview.
One Man with the Bishop. Bishop Samuel.
Welcome to the crazy world of fucking Hellfish, right?
Is that not out yet? I thought that was out now.
No, LP15 comes out in August.
That's ridiculous. I listened to that and I laughed so hard at so many tracks. It's fantastic. It's it's like a piece of genius comedy.
I was going to say it's genius level, like
Memeing the whole hardcore scene.
It is. It's like meme core.
For sure, and that's coming out on now. That's what I call Hellfish Volume 6. I think I want to say 6. I don't know.
I think it's 5, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know if Gareth's coming back. It will just carry on with
unlikely.
this horrible view. Either sniffing salt and chili fucked him up, or his mum told him off because he was being too much in the back garden. But whatever, he's not here. So I'm going to finish off what's hot, and then we're going to go to a Q&A session. And we're gonna finish off with an Akira banger. We've played this on the show before, but yeah, this is coming out on Prospect. Massive drop. Big sample, big everything, big up Kin, best work to date, mate. Let's go. Kira, All Rise, forthcoming Prospect.
Something like this. Gang, gang. By WIP. Gang, gang, gang. Play my own shit in here, something like this. Gang, 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 at the top of the list. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Preview.
Yo, bitch.
for the Dutch national anthem.
What's up?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Ken.
What tune?
Bad boy.
Big up, Ken.
Yeah. Big up. That was the last track of What's Hot for this episode.
What's hot?
Fun show.
Been awesome. So now we open up to questions. We're in a questions and answers stage. So any questions in the chat for me, Steph, or Greg? Now's the time.
I guess there's one here, I guess, for Steph. Yep.
Go for it.
How often do you discard tracks, or do you find it easy to just rescue something that isn't working?
It's not so much discarding tracks, but I'll harvest things from experiments. So, you know, I'll have loads of projects that are half tracks, you know, even just a few bars. And I might just, use elements from that. If I, I'm working on something, that will sound cool. I'll bring it in. It's just having that kind of awareness and just knowing what you've got available to you to use, really.
Yeah. So I just hit an interesting stone in my mixdowns folder. I finally went past the 1,000 tracks mark. How's the 1,000 tracks in my member? I think it's about something 22,000. So yeah, going back a bit.
Can you say that again, because we lost you with the internet? Your internet went.
Oh, did you?
So,
internet. I hit 1,000 track. Well, 1,007 tracks last time I checked in my mixdown folder the other day, which is a kind of like milestone that I've been trying to hit for a long time. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. 20 years, 1,000 tracks.
That's fucking mental,
man. What is that? 50 tracks a year or something? Is that 50 tracks a year? That can't be. About 20 years.
Yeah, it is.
Fucking hell, that's insane, right?
Track a week.
And I mean, there's so much unfinished stuff in there, but it's basically everything that gets bounced down and, work on this, do a little bit, move on. And like you were saying, Steph, a lot of that stuff will end up in other tracks. Start, the unfinished stuff. So, but it's, just kind of getting through them, and some of them you're going to finish and you know which ones they're going to be. And some of them are just experiments and stuff you're playing around with and learning new techniques and shit, so.
Yeah, I mean, that being said, some of the tracks I've worked on in the past, easily over 40 or 50 versions that you'll start something and it'll go off on a completely different tangent to what you originally thought it would be.
Yeah.
And it's just the way it goes, isn't it? It's just, keep an open mind while you're making music, really, and just go with it.
Yeah, totally.
Question here, Dean Allman. Greg, could you turn your speakers down a bit? I can still hear an echo. It's been apparent for ages. Dean Allman, when's the Oblivion pre-party? It's before the 20 years, and you have to buy the VIP tickets. There's not many left, or they're sold out. I can't remember, but we're giving away in the competition. So if you share the stream, do what we said before, then you can win. You can win. Next question. For the Q&A, since there was talk about classics tracks, for someone that has never heard your work before, what 3 or 4 releases would you suggest for them to start with? That's a good one. Steph, you first.
So, sorry, can you say the question again?
Yes, sure. What for people that aren't familiar with your work, what 3 or 4 tracks from your back catalogue would you recommend to people to start with if they wanted to be introduced to your music?
I'm struggling with this one. Maybe, again, this is just off the top of my head, World's End maybe is probably one of the recent ones that personifies kind of where I'm at the moment, kind of up tempo, bad word, but faster tempo track, but with kind of that vibe. Maybe I'll choose one, maybe I'll choose 3, a faster tempo one, a mid tempo, and a slow tempo. So from a mid tempo, probably something from Genosha 175, maybe even an earlier one like They Hunt Us or something like that would be kind of a good representation. And slower track. Well, the only Magnetism is the first one that comes to my head.
Yeah. Topsy Turvy say, my bad, I ask crazy questions. No, it's a good question, man. Greg?
Yeah, it's a really good question.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Well, it's so interesting.
Greg, what are you? Yeah. Interested to hear yours.
Yeah, one of Lizette's friends came round. She didn't know my music or anything. This was like a couple of weeks ago. And she was like, so play me some of your music. So I've got an easy answer to the question because I actually did this.
Is it Raiders Cap?
Well, yeah. Ebbs, Running Out of Cream. Raiders Cap. And then I played her some like kind of more instrumentally, classically sort of stuff as well, just to kind of show her I don't just do stuff with bang kick drums.
Yeah.
So easy.
There you go. Good question, bro. Good question.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, good question.
When you, John Per, hey John, I didn't say hello to you by the way. Easy, bro. When you're using samples from films, TV programs, are they from films, TV programs you have seen, or do people suggest samples to you?
Oh. I don't think I really use samples much. I mean, probably everyone's going to tell me I'm wrong. I don't think I use samples from films much anymore. I like rip vocals and stuff, but I don't think I've used a film sample for a long time. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have much time to watch films and that kind of stuff, but if I happen to spot a sample, I will make a note of it, and if I think it's worth trying to put into a track. But normally I'll be writing a track that prior to using a sample, I'll know what the track is about already, rather than basing the track around the sample. So probably makes it harder on myself, but I'll look for a sample that's specifically related to the identity of the track. So, not necessarily films, but any YouTube video really, or like a lecture or something on the subject of which the track is about is normally where I'd start.
Okay, we can segue into the next question here. How do you sample the samples from movies? Just rip them and edit them in the DAW, or do you try finding a prepared version on the web?
There's loads of ways to do it. Depends on what your sound card is, and whether you can just do loop backs.
It also depends on the quality of what you can find, right? And if you need to do it the hard way.
Yeah. Like when I so I've been working on another remix, one of Luke's, like Rebel Scum 1. I've been working on that for maybe 12 years now. It's ridiculous. I've never got anywhere close to being happy with it. But for that, I got the Blade Runner DVD. ripped all 5.1 channels out, took all the bits from every that I wanted from each channel as well. So I had all the sound effects, the vocals from the middle channel, and everything like that. And I still can't finish the goddamn tune.
Yeah, sometimes it goes like that, doesn't it?
How do you prefer to do collabs? One does stems and sends them over for the other to work, or both parties work on it at the same time, or something else? From James Bufferland.
If you're not working on Cubase, I don't want to collab with you. You can fuck off.
Yeah, I know that.
I was going to say that's interesting because we're literally finishing one now, Greg, aren't we?
Yeah. But it gets a bit hard. So it's easy enough to work on stems and ping stems, but at some point when you get into the kind of later in the mixdown process, you've got group channels, you've got stuff being bussed and sidechained everywhere, and then it becomes a nightmare to start sending stems because you can't go back from that point. You can't edit all those kind of side chains and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like reverb tails, delay tails, and stuff like that. It's totally. If they're printed down to audio, then you just got no flexibility, have you?
Yeah. So it's nice to kind of get to a point with stems, and then someone has to kind of take the charge on it if you're working in different DAWs or whatever.
Yeah. Are there any of your older tracks that you are now embarrassed by, or they make you cringe a bit? And if so, why?
No.
That's it. Short answer.
Great.
It's not too late to start though. We could try make a cringe track that we could look back on in the future.
Just make something shit just for the sake of just for the sake of it. What do you think is your best?
No, I mean I gave a very quick answer on that last one.
Oh, sorry. Go on then. Go.
But like we were just saying before, it's like the tracks you've done, that's who you were and that's how good you were at that time. There's nothing to be embarrassed about by that, unless you're.
I need to get a beer.
You're looking back and you feel you've made such a poor decision in your life that you were making such bad music. But even then, no regrets. It's like that's who I was. That's the kind of thing I did then.
I think as long as you're true to yourself, like in what you produce, everyone has to start from somewhere, and everyone comes from nothing really. Everyone comes from nothing, so you got to just take that as fact. And as long as you're doing it from point of view of the message that you're trying to make with the music, then you can never be embarrassed by that.
Yeah, totally. Any plans for another Deathmachine and TOA collab?
Definitely. Yeah. It's been I can't remember when the last one was, but it's been a while. I'm sure it'll happen again. Chatting to Frank about we should really do something soon. So yeah, undoubtedly it'll happen.
Nice. Interestingly, I just pinged something over to Noel that he's kind of
nice because I think you're the one person that they're like, we really need to do something with.
Yeah. So let's see how that goes.
Cool.
Since he came on the show, on the last show, you've decided to do something together?
Yeah, I guess so.
Building bridges on the Oblivion show, bro.
As opposed to burning bridges when we were younger.
Well, we've done some of that tonight, but he's left now. Any other questions? This is a great pump.
Yeah, one more. What's your best collab track? What do you think is your best collab track and why?
Wrecking my brains here now.
I'll do mine while you're thinking about it.
Okay.
My favourite is... I've forgotten the fucking name of it. The track that me and Fury did on my first album. Woo! That's it.
Oh, well, yeah, that was a classic.
Just because it was definitely, at that time, that was like me, and that was Fury, and it was like the perfect mash of both of them at the same time. You could clearly hear both people doing their thing and bouncing off each other.
Yeah. Again, first one that comes into my mind is Pixel Shifter with Luke, maybe. That was kind of a 175-ish track it wasn't necessarily crossbreed, but it was really kind of mashing Amons and stuff like that together, and it was quite a big track as well. So yeah, Pretty happy with that one.
Yeah, nice.
Ooh, wasn't that on? I'm just sorry. I'm literally just googling that. Oh right, okay. It's on Scum 25. I was foolishly mistaking it for the Tectonics release, which was 15.
That was 15. That was my first ever release on Rebel Scum. That one.
Yeah, and
Nice.
that not discrediting your track on that, but the producer Tectonics track on that was fucking amazing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Fucking still good now.
Amazing.
Still good.
Yeah.
Yeah. More questions for any of us? I can do questions too, by the way.
Sorry, Joe.
Oh God, Greg's turned into Stephen Hawkins having a fucking blue screen.
He's struggling a bit tonight, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, there's only 14 of these left on the Oblivion site, by the way. If you want one, you should go there right now, because there's only 14. Go and get it. Get it now. Get it.
I'm just looking in the chat and people are mentioning hallucinations
14.
as well. Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. More questions. We're gonna do about 15 minutes more if there's interesting questions, and then we're gonna go to something different. Any more questions? Bring them on. Yeah, Topsy Turvy. If you want it, it's on the Oblivion site. I'll send you a link. It's in the chat now. Question: what happened to Mike? Mike is alive and kicking. I'm working with him at the moment on his album. Well, I'm not working in a musical way, but I'm doing assistance with the project management for his album. And he's also got a release coming out with Greg on Oblivion. Secret info. An old track which has been revisited. So yeah, that's coming soon. And yeah, Mike's still kicking. He's about to release an album of techno to hardcore hybrid album, and it's dope as fuck. And Mike is on the next show in 1 month with Ash Scheme Boy, so you'll be able to hear that then, Mr. Abomination.
Cool.
Robert keeps on asking this question. Did work ever influence your music / sound in any way?
You mean
work as in what? As in day job?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I don't think it influenced the sound. It just made me have less time.
Yeah.
Made me more focused.
That's very true. Yeah, in a way, I mean, that's probably had the biggest impact on my workflow, is trying to work out how to be as productive as possible in the small amount of time that you have to actually make music when you don't have it as a full-time career.
Yeah.
So in a way, I mean, I guess it's had a huge impact about, like I say, improving workflow and being as productive as possible. And learning to hack all those productivity, getting routines and habits, and kind of making sure you're always putting time in. So the Bible, James.
I was looking at that when I was at your house the other day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like ridiculously good. And everyone I gave it to is just like, wow, just rethink how you're spending your time in different ways,
Yeah, I think for me, like obviously I'm not like a producer like you guys are, as prolific in that way. But for me, work has taught me lots of things about organizing myself, organizing people, which I've brought into this. And there's things that from doing the music projects that I've taken into that too. So I'm a project manager by day, so I bring those skills into what I do with the label and the events and things like that. So there's certainly a crossover for me. It's massive. It's an organizational and a cognitive thing for me. It's the way that I think and do things. Topsy Turvy. All right, Joe. During your years as a promoter, what key moments do you reflect upon fondly, and with any details you're willing to share? I don't know is the answer. Doing doing parties in some of the parties that we did in Berlin and Germany, and the nights that we did with North in the UK that were like sellouts.
Even Vern's party last year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, indeed. Vern. We did a party for my friend that died, and we brought together all of the old clans from the UK. That was quite a monumental moment for me, actually, to be able to do that, because there were people that didn't really like each other anymore, and we brought them all together to play on the night, and people rebuilt bridges, etc. So yeah, those kind of things for me. But I tend to not look back so much and just keep on trying to achieve different things and not dwell on the moment so much. I don't sit and relish a thing for too long. I'm always looking at the next thing. So that's the answer to that. What happened to Low Roller Mixed Breed Soldier Dolphin remix?
You like it? I don't think. I don't know why. It was a bit of a banger at the time, but I mean that's years ago now. But
what does it mean? What happened to it?
Well, it never came out, did it?
Oh, didn't it? Oh,
no.
Didn't realise.
Right, Greg.
I think he's gone again.
Greg's internet sucks. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more questions, and then I'm gonna call it. So fire them now. The energy's dropping in the stream a little bit. The chat's dying. The numbers are dying. Oh, there goes Greg. Bye, Greg.
Dropped. He's gone.
He's gone to meet Gareth. He just. Yeah. Oh, he's back. Hello.
Hello.
2 more questions, guys.
Go?
Where did you go, bro?
I was here all along. Anyway.
2 more questions and then we're done.
Well, what happened to the remix, Greg?
Yeah, what happened to the remix?
Yeah, they didn't. I think they just didn't like it. I gave it to them, and yeah, I can't remember. I don't know whether I ever got a reply or they just didn't like it. But yeah, maybe I should just put it out as a freebie. It's pretty old now, but yeah, could
do it. Do it. Have you ever produced a bootleg track, or would you produce one?
Hundreds.
Loads of them.
Yeah.
Steph, not so much though.
No.
That's a bit more serious.
I've probably bootlegged myself. That's about it. Yeah, I don't know why I've never done that really. Maybe I should.
They call them flips nowadays. The cool kids call them flips.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Next question. Dolphin, Greg, even. In Atomic, how much input did Dom have, as it is a feat, not a collab?
Yeah, I can't remember why I put featuring, but yeah, it was absolutely at least a 50-50 thing. If not, I think Dom finished off the final mix down and everything.
It sounded like it was mixed down by Dom in the end, because it had that Dom fucking feel to it, like the big Fruity Loops.
Oh, I love that track. I haven't played that for ages.
Really good track.
Yeah, that was a really nice collab.
Good questions, guys. Good questions. One more good question. I'm going to call it. If there isn't something good, then I'm going to call it, guys. Been a while since I've seen a non-existent release. Yeah, I'm sat on one, actually. Need to speak to Dom about that. What's up with the cocktails? The cocktails are done, bro. Tom, look back. The cocktails were amazing. You need to watch back and learn. What's the most useful VST? Is it serum?
Is that really the last question?
No, I'm going to wait, actually. Tom, we did the cocktails. I've actually ran out of fucking grapefruits to do cocktails with, because I only got one of each. Yeah. They were fucking delicious, though. You should watch back.
They were good, yeah.
Really good. I will have a swig of tequila, though, for you, Tom. Just because I'm drinking a grown-up alcohol for you now. There you go, buddy. Do you feel better? Right. I don't think there's any more questions. I think we're done. Thanks to everyone for tuning in.
Okay.
It's been a great show. Thanks to Gareth for fucking dying on us and disappearing. Thanks to all the crew. Thanks to you, Greg, you, Steph. Next show is Technoist Scheme Boy in 1 month. After that, we're going to do a special with me and you, Greg, here. Nice. Ash is still in there. Easy, Ash.
I need to send him a remix. Sorry, Ash. Meant to send it on Monday.
So thanks to everyone who gave us music for the show. Thanks to Gareth and Prospect, even though he's not here. Shouts to all the crews. And we'll dip out and go to something different if I can find the fucking buttons.
Peace.
Peace. Love you guys. Out.